you know, like I know. You know, I just want you to know one thing, Baba. We are still here. We are going nowhere. We are here. Even if you don't hear from us, we will always be here. Baba, if I'm not watching you live, I am watching you after work every day. Do you understand? Yeah. Since we last spoke, Baba, Motibimo recently, I'm going to 8 weeks. In Saturday. You understand? Baba.
Nice one,
so you understand, but still no, we are still here. But let me just go straight to the point, because I know people are going to try and call in and everything like that, because this is a rare opportunity for people like us. Now, I want to try and talk. I want to talk about what is going on with regards to all these Fulani killings and all that. Do you understand? Baba, you have always told us what has been going on down there. Do you understand? And it is now getting to the point whereby I don't understand what people want anymore before they can start saying things to the government with regards to government trying to do something about this matter with regards to all this Fulani situation. Do you understand?
I'm with you.
And I'm going to commend you as well with regards to the education and the re-education of our people, reminding them who we are. Do you understand?
Right.
And where we are from. This is very, very important. Do you understand? Because these people, because I saw an article recently, Lori Lababa. These people are trying to tell us that Fulanis have got about 47 million people. We will not even 47 million people. Yeah? And Tedilano, there 47 million people in Sahara Desert. Do you understand? So, and regards to Koluntie, did you see any of them talk about all the killing that is going on in Jos recently? You won't see them talk about anything like that. Do you understand? And Mr. Vice President, look at what he is saying, that people should be looking for peace. I like that guy that came to Arise, and I liked what that guy said, and everything, and all the pictures that guy said he has got. Do you understand? The more people are talking about all of this killing, the more something would happen. Do you understand? Because I think it is getting to a stage whereby the people need to stand up for themselves. They need to stand up for themselves. Because at the end of the day, because they continue láti máa pa àwọn èèyàn, pa wọ́n kẹ́ wá expect pé káwọn èèyàn máa dìde pé kí ló dé. You understand? Because
Fizo, now you start accusing them of it's because you hate us, it's because you hate Islam, or it's because you hate Fulani. That's why you are talking like this. It's because you hate Islam. What the hell, man?
You will turn it to that. You will turn it to Islamophobic. You will turn it to all sorts of things. Baba, Sherry, I mean, if we go into it, because at the end of the day, do you understand? The solution to this is for everybody to go their own way, because their way is different. It's different from ours. Historically, go and look at all of our districts. Do you understand? We are not the same.
No.
You understand? So it's nice talking to you.
You take it easy, I can only imagine what it is like now.
Nice to hear from you. Baba, it's nice to talk to you.
It's nice to hear from you. Well done. Thanks a lot, man. So that's Afis. Afis calling there from London as well. I have another caller on the line. Hello there.
Hello, Mayegu today. Mayegu today. Mayegu today. I do, my brother. My name is Ike. I'm calling from London. Mayegu.
Ike, bro.
This. Oh, one of the Aduma. Cake when cake him and one.
Aduma, bless you.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Trust me. Okay, Baba, please.
My brother, you see, this thing you were saying, as you were saying it, I was boiling. I was listening to you on my way back from work. As you were saying it, I was boiling. Today at the office, I was watching a video, the video you posted. No, not you. It was on Simon Ekpa's wall. I was watching a video. So one of my colleagues, actually, sorry, I'm going to take a little bit of your time. A Romanian. So he came across where I was watching the video. So he asked me, what are you watching? I said, I'm watching a video of like people killing people like in Nigeria. So he was like, what do you mean people killing people in Nigeria? I said, yeah, it's people like they kill in the name of Islam. He said, really? He was like, he now paid attention. He started looking at the video. And I said, look at. So I was now explaining to him. He said, why is it like this? I now told him that they believe that Nigeria belongs to them. That is all their country. Now, so as we were saying it, we were just discussing. I now told, my mind flashed back, and I told him that this thing started from, Mayogu, you did not talk about Sir Ahmadu Bello and some of his quotes.
Well,
because Sir Ahmadu Bello said something.
Too,
if you remember, he said, this new nation, Nigeria, should be an estate of our great-grandfather, Ottoman Danfodio. We must ruthlessly prevent change of power. We use the minorities of the North as willing tools and the South as conquered territories, and never allow them rule over us and never allow them to have control over our future. Then there's one, I've been looking for that one. He talked about that as soon as the British leave the shores of the Nigeria, that they will continue pursuing their agenda until they dip the Quran into the Atlantic Ocean. What do you mean by dipping the Quran? It's by covering all the way from Sokoto to Lagos, all the way from Borno to Port Harcourt, and dipping the Quran into the Atlantic.
And that means all those lands will no longer, all the people that exist on those lands, they will no longer exist anymore by the time they are already, that was the agenda.
Exactly.
I remember.
Exactly. I mean, when you read people like Isa pandemic, according to how you call it, when you listen to them, sometimes I sat down when you were talking about it, and now remember, really, people allayed this fear. And this man they call Buhari, this insane criminal that was a so-called president of Nigeria, insane criminal, was heard about all the calamity. I grew up in Jos, Bayegu. I was young when I heard the story of the guy in Bauchi. In fact, most of my, should I say, uncles in the hood then, people we used to call Egbo, we used to call Egbo in the hood then, ran away from Bauchi, ATBU, Federal Police. They ran back to Jos then because of that Isa pandemic's issue. I remember vividly as a growing up boy. Exactly. How when they killed him, it became a riot. The Christians came out, the Muslims, it became a big riot in Bauchi then. So when I remember all this, I said, really? So this guy was actually the guy that orchestrated this issue then when we were growing up. And they handed over a very critical ministry to him.
That's right.
Ministry of Communication.
That's right.
So my brother, this is your topic today. That is, I was born and bred in Jos. So when it comes to that Jos issue, I know the Jos issue. I was in Jos in 2001 when that first crisis started. In fact, my house was not far from where the crisis started. So we saw firsthand a lot of things that happened. So it was just like that. It's been long, although when we were growing up, according to my parents as well, that they've been signaling that this thing is going to happen. And boom, 2001. It happened September 7, 2001. Osama bin Laden bombed America September 11. It was coordinated. It was 2001. So my brother,
like they have
it's
that
high
ideology.
Time.
Right, and we have young people who have the ideology of they need to continue the jihad of their forebearer, Uthman Danfodio, in a country that was supposed to be a country of multicultural, multi-religious, all that stuff, right? how can they coexist? How long are we going to lie to ourselves that we can coexist with people with such ideology? It's impossible. Baba, go on.
Yeah. How do I put it? I'm a self-educated historian.
Bless you, Baba.
I've read history about Nigeria. There was this during the time when the British left, when what is his name? They were jostling for who was going to be the general commander of the Nigerian army. Agui Ironsi, there was Agui Ironsi, there was Brigadier Samuel Ademologun, and there was Brigadier Ogundepe, and there was Mame Malari. It was now, they later narrowed it down because Ogundepe was, I think he was higher in rank, but he wasn't that, he didn't have the charisma of Ademologun and what is his name, Agui Ironsi. So they later narrowed it down to 2 candidates. Malari said he was not interested. They later narrowed it down to 2 candidates, Agui Ironsi and Ademologun. And Ademologun was, what is his name? This same criminal we are calling Ahmadu Bello, his candidate. So he was now romancing the North. He was doing everything to please. This same thing we are complaining that you're just talking about that the president is doing everything to please the North. And Agui was not really cut for the job. And finally, just like he came to him. And even at that, Ademologu was not happy. So, as I was saying, the Romanian guy, he was shocked as I was telling him. When he read this thing that we were talking about, this Ahmadu Bello speech, he was shocked. He said, really? I said, this is a leader of a region then in the 1960s when Nigeria had independence. This so-called man is in charge of one region and he's preaching this to his people. What do you expect those people to be? He said, the guy was...
I know. Thank you very much, anyway, for your own add-on tonight. It's such a pleasure, right? Let me take another one as well, as we do always, right? Thanks so much for that, okay? So I've got another caller. Brother, how are you?
He was higher.
Hello.
Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Hello. Hi, Mike. Good evening.
How are you, sir?
Yeah, fine. Okay. Right. Okay. Thanks for responding. I'm going to drop that number for you later, so you should check it. Right. Straight to the point. I don't know why we're all surprised at what we're seeing now. It's going to get worse. I mean, look at the footage we saw of Kolu in Lagos. People could not even. It was their golden opportunity for them to protest and tell him, "What are you doing? We are hungry." Or rather, what do you see people doing? They were hailing him. We're not ready. By the time we are ready, see, it's even likely that man is going to even drop dead one day. Seeing what only God knows how much medication they are using to prop him up, and he will just be talking nonsense. Shetima is likely to be the president, maybe in the next 8 years.
Is that some guessing or just some?
No. From the way he's playing out now, because the Kolu is not young. We all know he's not healthy,
and he's not.
He might drop dead. Anything can happen any day. And when he drops dead, Shetima will. He's already rubbing his fingers and all that, his hands rather. He'll get on it, and that will be phase 2 of the Shege Banza that they are trying to execute, and the Muslim agenda. Kwara State is gone. We know that. Kwara is gone, and they are very, very close to the south. So what do we do? And I'm surprised that people are still hailing and supporting this man. There are still some idiots that are still supporting this man. So all I can say is, until the people are really, really tired and ready, they will troop out to the street and say, no more. Enough is enough. And my thing is, if every group, we know we have different groups now, the Middlebelt now are rising, calling for a break away from Nigeria. If everybody can find the same the same enemy, because the same enemy we have is this few people that are killing Nigeria. Then if we drive them out, then we can all sort ourselves in a different countries. If you decide whether you want to remain in Nigeria or whether you want to carve out your own country, you know.
I mean,
so
one thing that I kind of try to I want to stop is the idea of people being gaslighted from talking about these things, right? Where people feels like if you say they are Fulani, how are you sure they are when in fact they actually are, right? So when Masari said, let's stop deceiving ourselves, it's us, it's people like us, it's Fulanis. We may not be the only one who does all these things 100%, but majority of all these things is being done by us. That is that's some indictment that a lot of people should take more serious than how they took it, because we all know they know them, right? And these guys are continually go on, sorry.
Of course, these people are not hidden. Okay, remember some time ago on your show, that's a young man from, I don't want to call his family name. You know who I'm talking about. That sees him, Mohammed. That he sees himself. He doesn't see himself as Nigerian. He sees himself as coming from his part of the Emirates. It's brainwashing. People are being brainwashed that, listen, Islam is not the brand of Islam that is practiced and all that. This is pure terrorism. I've always said that Usman Danfodio is a terrorist. He was the first terrorist that came into Nigeria. This is what the first coup, the people that organized the coup, this was what they saw, but people never saw. But history wrote it. Dodgy historians rewrote it and calling it an evil coup and all that. And if you go back, play it back, it's on YouTube. Those things are there. They can't wipe it off. Those things that they saw themselves as they wanted to deal with the kind of thing that we are seeing today. They saw it. It started rearing his ugly head. I'm happy that the previous caller talked about Ahmadu Bello. Ahmadu Bello is one of the most evil man that we ever had in Nigeria. I see him as Nigerian Hitler. He is very, very, very evil. And guess what? The
ideology and the rest of that.
And guess what? There are loads of people that have taken on his ideology. So how do you want to sit down with such people, with such mindset and all that? They are funding Boko Haram. They are funding. We don't even talk about Boko Haram now. It's terrorists. Is the latest name for them.
You see these Fulanis that are killing people. They are Fulani terrorists, and nobody should feel offended because they are Fulani and think, "Oh, are you calling off Fulani terrorists?" Please don't gaslight us. There are Fulani terrorists armed, carrying on the agenda of ethnic cleansing in the name of Allah, and we can call them Fulani Islamic terrorists because we know what we are talking about.
Yeah, they're playing on words. I know that. And Tinubu himself sees himself as Muslim. He doesn't care. He doesn't give a toss. I know that. He doesn't care. Look at the idiot that calls himself. I mean, they are just it's a plan. It's a game plan. You know, it's a game. They are all working together. Tinubu and the Fulanis, I don't see anything different from him because he thinks like them. They don't care. They don't just care. Thank you, Maidu. Have a good evening.
I will follow up like this, cause okay. Once I get to see your message, man. Okay, you take it easy.
Yeah, I'll drop his number just to get in touch with him. Thank you.
No, I won't. Bye-bye. You know, that's the problem. I may never call anyone, right? But one thing is that we can just like exchange a message enough that, you know what I mean? Well, I will follow it up in a way. I'll do just that.
Okay, cool.
Thank you very much.
Okay, that's good. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So, sorry. Oh, what did I miss? Oh, I think I just mixed the two of the callers up there, but I might have gotten it now. So, do I have a caller? Hello there.
Hello, my good general.
Oh, Prince Jejeman, the prince.
The Tucano Mike.
How are you, Baba?
Baba, I'm fine. And you, family?
I'm here. Just thought that, you know, I saw where people are being gaslighted because they are standing up against all these Fulani terrorists. and they are about to do what they do best, gaslight everybody to make you feel bad. Don't talk about it. Oh, it's because you hate Islam. Oh, it's because you hate the North. Are you goddamn kidding me? These are terrorists, and this is their history, and you should never join anybody, sit anywhere where they are telling you to tolerate them or to accept them. That you don't accept murderers. This is who they are. You do away with them. That's what prompted tonight. Exactly. And I'm glad you are part of it, probably from the beginning, were you?
Yeah, Baba. I came in late, you know. I was in the midst of but I still I keyed in based on the callers and also at the end of the program when during your broadcast. So, Baba, thank you so much. Yeah, Tukano Mike, you are not missing the target. You continue to get the target, and that is the most important thing. You know, Baba, you see, we have to call a spade a spade.
Yes.
We have to call a terrorist a terrorist.
That's right.
There's no two ways about it. You know, the thing that our Muslim brothers need to do for us, you see, these people, when they are committing this atrocity, they will be shouting Allah Akbar. You understand? That's what they do when they are committing this atrocity.
Then you see somebody who is a moderate Muslim. Yeah, Prince. When you say, you know, these criminals, these terrorists are shouting Allah Akbar. We know Allah Akbar means praise be to Allah. Yeah? Then somebody who is moderate will now be saying, do you not know the meaning of Allah Akbar? Allah Akbar means that, of course, we do know what it means. When somebody shouts and throw a bomb, or somebody carries AK-47 and he was killing people and shouting Allah Akbar as a terrorist, you should never stop us from saying that they said that, okay? Or begin to deny them they are not Muslim because they are, you know what I mean? Like, come on, don't play with us. Go on.
Yeah. You see, Baba, what they need to do is to call them out.
Yes.
They do see that we don't spare the false prophet that call themselves pastors.
No.
Okay? Even Jesus did not spare them. Jesus said that at the last day, many false prophets shall arise, and they will deceive many. Many false pastors will arise, and they will deceive many. Okay? And we are not failing to call them out. Both the ones that will corner person wife, the one that will corner people children and pregnant them. We call them out.
That's right.
Anything they are doing in the name of Jesus, we separate them from Jesus. Because Jesus is not what they are teaching, practicing. You know, they cannot call Jesus in from their mouth, and they are doing a different thing. So the Muslim brothers, they should separate themselves. They should come out. You know, if you keep quiet, you are an accomplice. There's no two ways about it. A terrorist do not represent your religion. A terrorist is an evil person. It's Satan incarnate. You understand? And these Fulani herdsmen terrorists, they do not have religion, but they hide under Islam to commit the atrocity. So those moderate Islam should disown them. That's what they should be doing. They should call them out, because we are not afraid of the gun of the faith, the AK-47 of our fake pastors. We call them out. The one that is good, we tell them. You tell everybody this one is good.
It's good.
Okay. Okay. Now, I want us to know, like the person that called yesterday that was trying to swindle and dangle up and down with you. I was just looking at him like a he-goat. You see, my ego, with before our eyes, this terrorists, they infiltrated the Nigerian government. They took Nigeria and put Nigeria into OIC without the consent of everybody.
No.
They made Nigeria an Islamic nation. Before our eyes, in Nigeria Constitution, they wrote it only by themselves. Everything about Nigerian Constitution is garnished with Islam,
own type of Islamic Sharia Islamic
yes,
of
and it's not for the benefit of the good Muslim. All that they put there is the ambition of this dominate nearing this agenda, this Ruga agenda, this waterway bill agenda. You understand? How can somebody in what is it called? Is it Jankara? What is it called? What is this? Zamfara. Will be telling us that the Niger Delta belongs to Niger Delta. The oil of Niger Delta belongs to him. Somebody from Niger that entered into Zamfara. From there, he's telling us that Niger Delta is his own father's land. Okay, but the gold in Zamfara, we're packing them for Zamfara, and he'll be taking them to Saudi Arabia. The worst thing, the most painful thing is that all these criminals, these terrorists that infiltrated the government of Nigeria, and anytime you want to talk to them, they tell you one Nigeria. Anytime you want to tell them, they want Nigeria. In the name of one Nigeria, local terrorism. In the name of one Nigeria, international terrorism. Okay? The painful thing about all these things is that 99% of the Fulanis are not benefiting from all this their criminality, their looting.
It's just the agenda, advancement of an agenda that doesn't even serve anybody's interest. It's not as if to say, I mean, Baba, I am following you, Prince.
Average Fulani is in the forest, suffering like animal. How can human being live in the forest in this 21st century? And we are talking about, and we are begging the person to go to ranching. How? Do you understand? It doesn't benefit all the Fulanis, the average Fulanis. They are all alamajari, begging, suffering. You understand? It's not just people like this Chetima that they are called themselves elite. They are the one that is just few of them that are benefiting from all this agenda
by recruiting miseducated or illiterate that they give guns to go around and be shouting Allahu Akbar and killing people, right?
Yes, you get what I mean. You know, it's not beneficial to them. In fact, if Nigeria is a restructured, my good general, do you know that these people will have a better life than what the kind of life they think that they have, or this agenda they are pursuing? Do you understand? Because this your cow, only the make of that cow, if they industrialize it, the cow, they can make billions of money out of it. Netherlands, they don't only make of cow that they turn into this what is it called, this carnation milk or pig milk. They distribute it. They're making billions of dollars out of that. It's from milk of the cow, not to talk of the meat. Do you understand? And look at how Netherlands is beautiful. So Fulani, you are all this your agenda, you are killing yourself. It's going nowhere. Do you understand? Nnamdi Kanu, you went and kidnapped him and you kept him. You write agreement with the Kolu that they must hold him, that if they leave him, your government will scatter. It will not help you. Look at the life of Nigeria. Everybody is suffering. Everybody is crying. You understand? You that are in Abuja, you think you are enjoying. You are in an open prison. Look at how many soldiers that are guiding you, police. How many ring of security? They have up to 10 to 15 ring of security. Net that you have to pass before you get to them. What kind of life is that? Is that enjoyment? You cannot be free with your people. Are you getting me? So these people, I think they have a mental illness, but they don't know that they have mental illness.
God bless you.
I don't know how to describe it.
You really drop the ball tonight. Indeed.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much for that. The Prince.
God bless you, Baba.
Prince Jejema. Bless you. So I have another caller on the line here. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, sir. How are you?
Fine, very good.
Sir.
This is the first time I'm getting to you, so I just said let me put in a word of an elder.
Well, bless you, sir. You are connected already, so you might need to mute the TV or go to the next room so that you and I can speak. I mean, can talk on the phones, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
You are connected already.
Yeah.
Everybody can hear you.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Very loud
and
clear,
better,
sir. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, this thing is, this jihadi thing is because we have always covered it. It's like rotten shit in our power. But we always want to get like a sweet smelling perfume and keep spraying in the room instead of
deodorizing it so that it won't smell too much.
Yes. We'll give it different names. This is not something that started. This is part of the main cause of 1966 coup.
That's right.
This is the main reason that Nzo killed Sadwana for.
It's extremist views.
But all the people that were writing about the civil war and everything, they will tell you don't bring in this element into your story, or they will not allow you to publish it. It was the last colonel that died among the 6 colonels that actually planned the coup. The last one that died that brought this out. He said that there's nobody allowed, each time he wants to write, they will tell him not to bring in this aspect of it. So he refused to write. But now that he's ready to die, he's now ready to speak.
And I think that was Ademoye, the one that wrote Why We Struck. Was that the one you are referring to?
Exactly.
That was a very powerful, very powerful history of that led to the first coup, as well as what led to Nigerian civil war. Sir, a book of that today, to get a copy of that book today, it will cost you around there £800 I have never seen any expensive book in my life. Everyone should go online now and say they want to buy Why We Struck online. You may get it as much as $1,000. Sir.
So this is not something. This thing has been going on, and people keep, massaging it, calling it different names, and nobody wants to come and stand firm and say, look, this is murderous bastards.
Yes.
Trying to take over our country.
Then they accused others of what they are actually doing.
But
remember,
exactly,
they accused Igbos of trying to control Nigeria, which is actually what they are doing. You know that?
Exactly. They will accuse you of what they are doing.
Until tomorrow, they still accuse Igbos. The reason why we don't like Igbos is because Igbos want to take over Nigeria. But guess those who pick up arms in controlling Nigeria? The Fulanis.
The Fulanis. They will tell you if people are into that, they want to come and take your land.
Yeah.
They are
hey.
But that's exactly what they are doing.
They are asking for Ruga. They are asking for waterway bills, right? Just to control people's land, take over their land. But Igbos are the ones that are coming to take over our land. Meanwhile, those who are killing us because of our land are the only people, the Fulanis. History.
They are the sent. They are the God sent to protect us.
Wow.
It's unfortunate because what they do is divide and rule. They learned it from the British people. Divide and rule. All this war that is going on between Igbos and Yoruba, they are the ones doing it. They are the ones promoting it. They are the ones promoting it. They are the ones that will go to social media and raise one scandal, either in the name of a Yoruba man or in the name of an Igbo man, against a Yoruba or an Igbo. Then the other people who don't understand what is going on will join in and start fighting the amber of hatred. This is exactly what they did when during that 1966 pogrom. They incited this same Middlebelt that they are now destroying. They will block the Igbos in the train that were running from
the north,
maybe Sokoto or Kaduna to the east. Bring out every Igbo person there, kill them, bring out the pregnant woman, open the belly, and slaughter the child. All in the name that they killed their father. Kaduna or Sokoto. They tell the chief that Chief is a younger brother of Fulani. That Chief and Fulani, they are the same parents.
They are the same parent. I remember they used to say that until the Chiefs actually had to defend for their own lives too in their hands, historically.
These are the things, these Fulani, the thing is, we underhate them.
Divide and rule.
But they are masters when it comes to creating confusion and using that confusion to deal with your leaders, discredit your leaders first.
They will first discredit your leaders. Then they will watch you, desecrate them, and they will come in and finish them, and they will take over.
Then they will come exactly and take over. Then turn you into slave. That's what they did to the Hausas.
That's what they did to the Hausas, historically. That's what they did. You see, it was meant to be an act of terrorism, sir, right? But they are making it look like a revolution.
It was a revolution. Corrupt. They don't know how to rule. They are not doing anything that Islam is for the poor. But their rulers are living in affluence, blah, 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 so that they have to get rid of them. And the poor masses that are supposed to defend their leaders,
they went for their leaders.
Them to get rid of their leaders. At the end of the day, they did not reappoint the indigenes
as their leaders
of the place. No, as their leaders anymore. They now brought in Fulani.
Yes. And gradually, their history, they were wiped off completely. Until the history that the Fulani tells about
they try to do the same thing to Northeast. But the Northeasterners were wiser. They refused to join them in the jihad. And when they attacked, they destroyed them, they defeated them. That's why Northeast looked intact. Now they're using Boko Haram to destroy Northeast.
History.
They tried to convince Northeasterners to join them in their jihad. Northeasterners said no. That's why they still, if you go to Northeast, they still have their leaders.
Yes.
But the North Central Hausa leaders were wiped out as corrupt.
Yes. The Northwesterners.
Yes. That's what they do.
And it is what they believe in. It doesn't matter the year. It doesn't matter the century.
It doesn't matter. If you make too much noise, and it's like these people know what we are trying to do, they will lie low.
Yes, for a while.
For a while. And wait for one of your leaders, the targeted man, to make a mistake. They will blow it out of proportion.
And then they went.
And you think they are there to help to emancipate you. You don't know that they are just there to get rid of your leaders and take over your area and rule. That's what they do.
Now
we
know better.
There is no moderate Fulani because they all believe in this. I schooled with them. I schooled in Ahmadu Bello. And I was involved in the politics of Ahmadu Bello, the student union then. The ones that pretend to be moderate is practicing takia.
Takia, exactly.
Deception.
Those are the ones that will tell you, listen, you see, this guy is going to kill, it says he wants to kill you because in the name of Allah, right? See, me, I don't support what he is doing, okay? But if he says he's killing you for this or so reason, I can't stop him. But you should not blame Islam for it, too. Even though I can't stop him and I cannot condemn him. But I am not, I mean, he's not doing it for Islam. Those are the ones that will use takia on you. They don't want you to react and believe that what that person is doing to you is doing it to you in the name of Fulani, is doing it to you in the name of Islam. They will say they are moderates. They say, no, don't insult Islam. He's not representing Islam, but they will not condemn him. You get that?
They will not condemn
They will not condemn him. They will not condemn that terrorism. They will just tell you that, listen, he's not representing us. So, come on.
A Fulani man who claims to be a Muslim will not go for Masalachi where a non-Fulani is holding
they won't. No, they won't. Because they don't believe you are a real Muslim. That's another thing.
They don't believe if you like the Hausa, if you like the Kanuri, they will not allow it.
I mean, they can have their own country, can't they? Without having to have Nigeria, where they believe they can carry out jihad to claim all the land or kill the people.
They don't have anywhere they are. Burkina Faso allows some space for them.
I know.
Now look at the terror they are doing. Look at what they are doing in Burkina Faso.
Unleashed on Burkina Faso today, the entire Sahel area.
Central African Republic. We want to show we are politically matured. They elected a Fulani man as the head of state. They are still fighting the war till today. Because the guy turned, if you're not a Fulani, you cannot do anything, even do business in Central African Republic. Every lucrative thing went to Fulani. Until the young boys they are repelled.
Like everywhere they are in Africa, they actually there as terrorists. That's what I can have on record.
That's why the ancestral country is Guinea. But Guineans will not allow them near power. They would never. No matter how they practice their takia, they know them there very well. They will not allow them near power. I met one Fulani guy. I think he said he's from Guinea. That was sometime last year in New York. I pretended to be also that my mother was a Fulani and all that. He relaxed and was telling me how they have planned with Buhari to take over Nigeria, that Buhari is going to fund all their struggle in West Africa, that if they can get two people like Buhari, that they won't have problem.
Because some people like Buhari is a blessing to their cause. He is expected to fund them. He is also expected to pave way for them so that, they don't encounter too much obstacles here and there. And he did a good job for them. But he failed because he couldn't hand over Nigeria to them still. They can't get that. It's either they break up Nigeria and they keep any space they have managed to keep for themselves in the Sharia North. It is a huge, impossible dream for them to think anybody's going to hand over Nigeria to them.
Listen. The longer it takes us to get rid of them, the more impossible it will be for us.
Wow.
We are running out of time. We are running out of time.
The longer it takes, the impossible it becomes.
Yeah. Okay. Look at how they are now using federal might.
Yes.
To take over Middlebelt.
That's some scary stuff there.
Give them another 10, 15 years, they will succeed. Subdue Middlebelt. What is left of Nigeria?
There's some deep stuffs there. I'm going to actually like a lot of us will have to go and have a deep, deep breath, breathe in and breathe out moments of indeed.
Yeah, we're running out of time.
We are running out of time. Thank you so much, sir, for sharing this. Right, I will take another one. It's such an honor that you could indeed take us through this. That segment too. You just got me kind of a little bit like out of words, right? But I appreciate that, sir. So thank you so much, and you have a wonderful day. Okay?
I really appreciate what you're doing.
Thank you, sir.
I really appreciate what you're doing.
God bless you, sir. Thank you. Now, that's some serious stuff there to everybody who can actually really think. When Elderly says, number one, we are running out of time, and when we say something is impossible, it's never going to happen. It seems like we are saying that out of naivety, like being naive. It is going to happen. The longer it takes to get rid of them, the impossible it becomes. It's not only just some big, like deep walls there, right? Some scary shit too. Now I'm scared. Oh, here. Hello there.
Baba.
Sir.
Utojometa.
Is that you, sir?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. How are you?
I am well. I am well.
Great, sir. You did.
It's been a while. I've been trying to call. Yeah. So, you see, this Islamic thing, let me say something real quick. You know what is going on in Israel right now? The reason why Israel bent on their mission. Because, they've been defiant to US, right?
Yes.
They've been following. It's because, you see, these people, they came in, and once they committed the terrorist act that they did, they went straight hiding behind the Palestinians. That's what they do. And I listened to a video of Hamas' son. This guy, according to that video, the guy was saying that the establishment of Palestinian states is not purposely for Palestinians. It is for the Hamas. So it's going to be like invariably like what happened in Afghanistan. When the US left Afghanistan, it was Taliban that took over.
That's right.
Now, but where I'm going with this is this. You see this Islam thing that we are moderate Islam, semi-moderate, the cold one, the hot one, it's all BS. Okay, in Christianity, let's go back to Christianity right now. We know that in Christianity, people like deeper life people, they were not to be spirit, more, like self-righteousness and everything like that, spirit, cocoa, whatever they call them. But according to them here, you will say somebody is a moderate Islam. Like you said, what you said with the last man that spoke about, I know this, don't disgrace Islam, don't do this to Islam.
Yeah,
this person wants to kill you.
Islam, you are criticizing us because of these
yes.
people. We want you to talk about them, but don't link them to this. And I'm like, hello, I didn't link them to Islam. They claim Islam. So, and I'm going to address them as their type of Islam. You know what I mean? So if you are not sympathetic to them, you should condemn them with me, not defend your Islam. You remember that guy, Nuru? I was trying to say that. So yeah, go on.
Yeah. So that is the thing. Let's call this way the speed. These people are terrorists. Okay, Fulani from day one, they don't have any nation. They are wanderers. They wander around.
They don't.
They are going to be that.
Until 1803, there is nothing called Sokoto Caliphate.